professor, I will test you in the worst way. Don't bring a Scantron, pop quizzes all day. Cause of our chemistry, we do biology.
What's happening, fam? L.A.R. movement still moving. Subscribe or die trying. You see the thumbnail. Cash versus credit. So we need to talk about this because I grew up as a cash versus king family, right? And people grew up not knowing the quote unquote power of credit. And I'm gonna just put my spin on this and be practical. My point of view. Cash is still king and credit is necessary because people can't buy things cash. Like people used to save up cash and then buy something in its entirety. In this current society, it's difficult to do that because of inflation, the cost of living. You have to make a certain amount of money to live comfortably enough to save up the cash to buy something straight cash. Now, but in my opinion, people talk about credit, they're not telling people the truth. So what I mean is people tell you, there are people who make money when they sleep and there are people who make money when they go to work. Well, if you make money when you're asleep, you're normally a lender. Or you have something that somebody has to pay for. So somebody goes to work to pay for what you own. You own the money, you own the real estate. So credit is great for a person who has the money to lend. Because guess what? If I give you $100, I'm getting 110, 120 back. Period. And if you can't give me 110, 120, it's going to be 150 because you take it too long. And my goal is to get you as far in debt as possible to get the most money out of this equation because, hey, it's my money, right? I'm lending it to you. You need it. You're in a bind. You need my credit. But people think of people are talking about business credit and making it sometimes seem like you're talking about personal credit, and they're not. So if you're using credit for business, I need capital, I need money to get my business up and running and get these products, and I can pay you back off of the profits once my business is up and running. So you're giving me your cash so I can use your cash to create a business so my business can create cash flow so I can give you back your money and profit. Just basically front me some money and I'll pay you back plus interest, and then I'll be up and rolling. I probably won't need you to front me again. So even the people who do that, they're counting on cash flow from people who are quote unquote working people who have the cash to disposable income. So because you can't pay off credit, and credit, you're just gonna wind up in debt. You're just prolonging your debt. I'll just say that. Because the people who are giving you a line of credit are expecting cash back. Period. So cash, in my opinion, is still king. Like I said, in this society, it's a little bit tighter than it used to be. You could talk about the Great Depression. The cost of living was far lower, but a dollar was worth more at the same time. But beyond that, because the cost of living and inflation have nothing to do with, people were able to survive back in the day easier because they had a support system. We becoming an individualistic society, so that's why it's more difficult to save, because nobody's giving you the opportunity to have a cushion by somebody's paying the rent, somebody's paying this, and somebody's paying that, and you have the opportunity to save. They don't do that on a regular basis in America anymore because everybody wants to be out on their own. So it's a whole nother thing. But that gets in the way of cash being king because you're lacking it and credit being predatory. But what I was getting at also is you need a car, you need a vehicle. If you go to college, you got to pay your student loans. You get a house, you got to get a mortgage. Most people can't pay for that stuff cash, so they use credit. You know, and then there are people with cash, and people think that people who have money just use credit to they use credit for the benefits of, let's just say, the point system. If you have the money and you and then you have a credit card, a lot of times people get credit cards as a way to get free stuff. So they're using their cash eh, tied to their credit card to get things they couldn't get. Like when people talk about rentals and hotels and trips and stuff like that, right? I got the cash to pay for this stuff, but why not just pay for my gas here? I leave the gas station and pay that when I on the way home. Pay for my groceries here. Oh, that's credit. Yeah, pay that. Not necessarily, because you can pay it on the due date with interest, or you can pay it after the due date with interest. But either way, you're gonna get points. So that's why cash is still king in my opinion, and credit is just a tool that people use, because those people use that credit to get, like I said, free trips, free hotels, free this, free that from making small cash transactions. So cash is still king in my opinion. But tell me what you think. Like, share, subscribe, or die trying. Peace.
You ever been at the top of the universe? I'm gonna say it again.